Defeating no eyes without jumping was a complete delirium of my mind. At first, I genuinely thought this challenge had a chance. The plan seemed simple. Stay on the starting platform, dodge the ghosts, wait for no eyes to teleport close enough to hit. Easy. Or at least that's what I thought, because after several attempts I realized something that completely destroyed the strategy. No eyes never teleports close to where you are. That realization hit me like a bucket of ice water, so I adapted. I dropped it down to the middle of the arena, thinking maybe I could intercept her from there. Instead, I found myself standing in the center of the room, dodging ghosts, watching her float around, with absolutely no way to reach her. Even Grubberfly Elegy couldn't save me. No matter how hard I tried, she would never appear in a position where the projectiles could actually hit her. And that's when the true problem revealed itself. I couldn't hit No Eyes. I also couldn't use spells, because I simply had no soul. And since I couldn't hit her, I had no way to actually get soul. I was trapped. For the first time during this challenge, I genuinely thought it was impossible. I felt completely discouraged. But then, I noticed a small detail, just a glimpse, a single thought. Do you guys remember my fights against Gorb without jumping, or Markov without jumping? If you don't, check them out later, and subscribe while you are at it, because those fights had taught me something. The infamous charm combination I had created back then would actually work here too. Using Deep Focus for improved reeling combined with the soul generation synergy between Grubberfly Elegy and Grubsong, I realized I could create soul without ever touching No Eyes, by throwing myself the spikes. And suddenly, the impossible loop had an answer. I would intentionally take damage from the spikes, Grubsong would convert that damage into soul, and Deep Focus would let me heal efficiently enough to recover. And because healing didn't consume all of the soul I had just generated, I could slowly build up a reserve. For the first time in the entire fight, I had ammunition, which led to one of the most insane strategies I've ever used in Hollow Knight. I would wait for No Eyes to spawn on either the upper left or upper right platform, and in the moment she appeared, I would throw myself off the platform in her direction, because to hit her with a Beast Shriek, I needed to get directly underneath her, and without jumping, there was only one way to do it. I had to fall, straight into the spikes below. But by then, falling into the spikes wasn't failure anymore, it was preparation. I had already turned pain into soul, soul into opportunity, and opportunity into damage. So I would plunge into the spikes, position myself beneath No Eyes, and unleash an Abyss Shriek right through her. Then I would do it all over again. Take damage, gain soul, heal, wait, fall, Abyss Shriek, repeat. Once I understood that, the challenge stopped being about finding a solution. I already had one. Now it only became a matter of execution. I just had to pay attention to one crucial detail. Never throw myself into the spikes while I was still in the invincibility stage from previous damage, because during that brief period I wouldn't gain any soul, and I would still lose one mask of damage. And even though it was, without question, the craziest strategy I've used so far, it still wasn't the challenge that haunted me the most, because the battle against Markov without jumping actually gave me nightmares. And if you want to witness the moment my sanity truly disappeared, I will leave that video on the screen right now. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you there.